It's only been a few months since former View star and Weekend Good Morning America host Paula Faris stepped down from her two positions to take on a new role in ABC. But now, it looks like Paula is once again making another big career change. Besides being senior national correspondent for ABC News, Paula is adding podcast host to her resume. Advertisement. Continue reading below. In partnership with the network, the news anchor just launched Journeys of Faith with Paula Faris, which aims to have an open and honest discussion about religion. I feel like there's such a hunger and such an appetite for faith, but in mainstream media, we're doing very little to satiate that, she explains to GoodHousekeeping.com, while adding that she thinks our culture might be cautious to tackle the subject because we're all worried about offending someone. I think it's an opportunity for each other to listen and learn from each other. On the 10-episode first season, with new postings coming every Wednesday, Paula sits down with an array of famous guests of different religious backgrounds, including singer Luke Bryan, GMA host Robin Robert, and author Reza Aslan. Besides feeling compelled to give influential celebrities and leaders the chance to share their spiritual journeys, the decision to launch the podcast came from her own experiences with faith. I know personally how grounding my faith has been, how it has carried me through the tough times and grounded me through the best of times, Paula says. Advertisement. Continue reading below. Paula credits her faith for helping her overcome her struggles with husband, Josh Kruger, who she briefly split up with after marrying in 2000. My husband and I were separated early on in our marriage before we had children, and we just didn't feel right about it, Paula explains. As much as I wanted to walk, as much as I wanted to be done with that marriage and move on with my life, I didn't have a peace about it. After doing some heavy-duty praying, though, the two eventually worked through their issues, Paula says. Now the couple is going on 18 years of marriage. That's where I come back to faith. It gave us a reason to fight, even when we didn't think there was anything worth fighting for, Paula declares. Her personal connection to faith aside, Paula said taking on new projects was a necessity for her. It felt like I had become a workaholic, she says as she thinks about her decision to leave GMA and The View. My job had become my narcotic of choice, per se. Advertisement. Continue reading below. Advertisement. Continue reading below. For a while, though, fear of what others might think if she walked away from her two high-profile jobs consumed her. But then, she went through months of hell while still working at The View and on the weekends for GMA. I went from a period of 7 months where I had a miscarriage, and I had a concussion. Someone threw something at my head when I was doing a live shot, and that knocked me out of work for 3 weeks, she reveals. Then, the day I got cleared to go to work, I got in a head-on car crash. A couple of months later I got influenza, and influenza turned into pneumonia. Looking back, she says those tough months were a sign that she was to move on and that she needed to slow down. Now she feels she has established a work-life balance after focusing on her new role in taking on primarily Monday through Friday hours. Though she describes her current correspondent position as a little frenetic but controlled chaos, she is very happy with her decision and hopes those who tune into her podcast learn to do one thing: listen. The times that we're living in right now are so divisive and so hostile, but I want people to know that there's more that unites us than separates us, Paula passionately states. Let's come to the table. Let's talk.